Through these halls, where lovers get lost and lust consumes the wicked, a place where reality collides with fantasy, in the pages where romance is second to none. Welcome to the Lover's Library.
What?
Kids are?
And it was adults.
Oh.
It was
Okay.
my oldest sister, her husband, my middle sister, her husband, me, and that was it.
All watching porn together in the van.
Oh, and my brother.
Whoa.
And,
Y'all are different.
well, we didn't watch the whole thing. That would be super weird.
I
know
would
what?
not watch a second.
It was
I never
like,
watched Two Girls in a Cup.
okay, so I didn't know what that was, and I was like 13. Somebody was like, hey, watch this video.
I didn't get
It traumatized.
I was dared to, and I was, what was that? 12,
I hope nobody looks
13?
that up.
Please don't. It like in the first, I don't know why I stuck with it.
I didn't even
Just
look it
so
up.
gross.
Watch it.
Nope.
Don't ever in your life
No, why would
watch
you?
it. It's traumatizing to the upteenth. Anyways, welcome back.
Hey!
Welcome back to the Lover's Library podcast. This is our episode just about us, where, we come together and just, talk about random stuff. And I feel like, it could be random topics, random tacos.
I like tacos.
Oh, I wish we had tacos.
We just had some good pizza from Casey's, which is like a
Gas station.
Gas station pizza,
in the
baby.
Midwest.
Classy.
So you don't know where we live.
In the Midwest.
Our producer said not to say where we.
Can I speak on that real quick?
What?
I am annoyed with people saying that, like,
Hold on. Can you get closer to the mic?
is
There we go.
Chicago really the Midwest?
It is. It's in the middle. Well, it's kind of off.
But
I
I would
feel
say
like
it's
it's not.
more
Well, okay,
like,
my brother lives there, so I kind of have to
I would
keep that
say
one
it might be
connected
like
to
the
me.
Mid-East.
Because
It's
people
that
call
way,
that the
right?
Midwest, don't they?
It's in the east.
It's East, so
It's
why is
east.
it Midwest?
Yeah.
That makes no sense.
Yeah, they call it the Midwest. Am I right?
You know what's mid?
Yeah.
Kansas.
I mean, it's in Central Time Zone.
Weird.
Oh, mid is a word that the kids use.
Yeah, that's mid. And then they do
Youths.
Yeah, ice in my vein.
this. Yeah.
I don't know what that means.
We're
You
not
guys
young.
You guys are really
Cold
young.
blooded.
Feeling super old.
I'm 27.
Literally, like
How old are you?
5
Zoe?
minutes ago, I said I identify as a boomer. So I am 26.
I am 32. Am I 32? I'm 33. I'll be
Wow.
34
She had to
this
look
year.
at her husband
Whoa.
to
Yeah.
verify that.
There
And she was
comes a
also wrong.
time when you just don't care anymore.
Hey, bet.
My
I'm trying to get
husband
there.
is literally 31, so
Yeah.
I have no husband.
I feel like I'm 60. So
Yeah.
if that helps,
Me too. I'm a solid 45 right now.
my body
Yeah.
hurts all the time.
I have to take naps every day.
I love naps.
If I don't get a
could.
nap, I am like,
But you're also a nurse.
Yeah,
I'm a
probably
respiratory
therapist.
therapist.
Different.
So there's no
Like a
nurse.
nurse, but for the lungs.
You're better.
She wears scrubs, but better.
I specialize
Oh,
in
we
the
love a
lungs.
It's actually
specialized queen.
first time I met you.
Yeah.
My brother
oh
was in the
gosh.
hospital.
That
Right
was-
before she poked him, I was like,
Yeah.
hey, I know you.
I'm holding my needle and I'm like just about to poke him in the artery.
Mm-hmm.
And she says that. And I was just like, oh, yeah? Do I? And then I looked over and recognized her husband and realized that he works with my husband. And then I was like, oh my gosh.
The
Now I
anxiety.
really got to hit this because he's going to tell my husband that I suck at my job and I couldn't even do this. But I did. I got it. It was all good. But yeah, I guess that was the first time we met.
Mm-hmm. It was a good time.
Funny.
And then I met Zoe at work
Mm-hmm.
when we both worked at the same childcare place, and then she left me to
So
deal
sorry.
with all these people.
Boo,
at
you
work.
whore.
And then I met Carly through our book club. So that's kind of how we know each other.
The Lover's
Yes.
Library.
And now we have a podcast.
Now we have a podcast.
And their husbands are producers.
Yep.
Yes, they are.
Idea makers.
They are actually here with us.
Yeah.
Schedulers.
Say hi, guys.
Hi guys.
Hey.
They're so excited.
You know, probably for one of these episodes, we're gonna have them come on
I would love that. That's
and
so
read
funny.
some real spicy stuff.
Well, Adam's voice is our intro.
He is. Sorry. That was
But the intro was written by Peyton.
yeah.
Very
Are we
true.
allowed to say names? I guess I just said your guys' names.
I mean, no, I think that's okay.
That's okay.
They know our names.
They're FBI agents, so they're very concerned about their identity.
So that's fun.
Yeah, no, I actually, I mean, obviously I'm intimate with my husband, but even if I'm listening to an audiobook of one of the like more smutty books, I get so nervous and I'm like, I shouldn't listen to this in front of him.
Oh,
He doesn't need to know that.
I laugh out loud hysterically. I will be like, oh my gosh. And I'll be like, Adam, look at this, read this. Or I'll like send him pictures of the book. I remember the one book that I read was Haunting Adeline. And
No
I was
spoilers,
reading
I haven't
him.
read that yet.
Oh,
I'm
it's
not going to.
yeah. It's
You
pretty
should.
heavy. It's pretty dark. Yeah. So there was like parts in it and I was reading it to him and he was like, oh my God, people are like that? And I was like, I don't know. Is this a thing? We're both like horrified, like reading
That's
this.
how I was with Neon Gods when we read it. I was
Girl.
listening to like the epilogue in the car, and when they're having sex in front of everybody,
Yeah.
like in his little playroom. I was
I
like,
don't know
oh my
why that didn't
goodness.
faze me.
It makes me blush a little bit.
Yeah.
But I know when I'm reading, I go, oh, oh my. And so I'm like, oh, he knows this is a very smutty part.
Yeah. That's so funny. No, I just started dabbling with audiobooks because we were on a time crunch. Like
This
we
last month?
just moved, like literally closed on our house and then I have to
Woo-hoo.
read.
Wait, hold on. Give that a moment.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
So we have an official library coming.
Yeah. So actually, hopefully, we get a video portion of this podcast where you can
Yes.
watch us.
And our studio.
It's gonna be
Yo.
awesome. I'm so excited.
But back to
Yeah.
audiobooks, I hate them.
I
It
wasn't.
depends for me.
My ADD is just on another level.
It
I
was
have to
hard.
rewind like 18 times,
Mhm.
and then at some point I just give up.
Yeah, I had to pause quite a bit and like rewind because I would catch myself like losing track of what they were saying. And I'd be like, wait, what are they even talking about? And I have to like rewind quite a ways. And I was like, oh my gosh, I missed a lot.
I start making to-do lists, and then I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, I'm 8 chapters ahead of where I just
Yeah.
was.
I
I fall asleep.
do think I enjoy reading more than listening.
Me too.
And I'm
Like-
way faster reader.
Me too.
Yeah. I don't
I-
think I'm a faster reader, but I think I absorb the information better when I'm reading it versus when I'm listening.
I love reading more. It's so much easier for me to actually see in my head what's happening and what the
Yeah.
characters look like and everything.
Mhm.
But when somebody's explaining it to me, I can't. It's just blank.
Yeah.
Probably
I get
because
that.
their voice is in it and not your voice.
Yeah, and whenever
Look at
I
you.
read, if you're like this, let me know. When I read, I have the movie going on in my head,
Yes.
Yeah.
and it's not words. It's not like
It's like
a
pictures.
script. Yeah, it's the actual film of
Yeah.
it happening. So that's why it's really hard for me to do
Audio.
Audio, yeah.
Audible, if you want to sponsor us.
Right? Come
Um,
on, I just signed up for my 30-day free trial.
right?
Look a
I
girl
have
up.
like 9.
I use my
Credits.
mom's.
I keep paying for it.
But my thing is with that, when they make the book that I read into a movie and it doesn't look like what I want it to look,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
so bummed.
That's why I like. So if you have ever read Pride and Prejudice,
I need to.
so there's a mini series by BBC, and I think that was like the 90s. That one is so much more closer to the book than the 2005, which is the one that like the Keira Knightley one,
Oh.
which is it's a great adaptation. But if you really want to get a movie that is close to it, that's the one for you.
I love Pride and Prejudice, the book and the
Me
movie.
too. It's my favorite.
I can't
cry
believe
every
I'm so
time.
much older than you guys,
love
and
Mr.
I've never
Darcy.
read that.
My senior thesis for high school was on Pride and Prejudice.
I
But
read it
then
for
I'm
fun.
over here like, Twilight, what?
Ugh.
Yeah,
I didn't watch it. I
freaking
didn't read it.
love
Twilight.
Twilight.
I'm a hipster when it comes to books.
No. Twilight
I
was so
can't-
good.
You know
I can't
what?
do it.
I'll tell you that I hate that, like, all the young adult readers just are so mad at me. I
What?
hate Nicholas Sparks.
I mean, I never
Oh,
got
yeah,
into.
no,
I
I
couldn't
didn't
I
do
really
it.
hate
like
all of
his
his books.
His were sad.
I can't do it.
There's a lot of sadness in his writing.
I liked when
It's
I
usually a happy ending, but it's got some.
it takes a bit to get there.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
It's a lot. When I was in high school, my book series was Rick Riordan. I can never get his name. Do y'all know which book I'm talking about?
No.
Guys, he's like a
Captain Underpants.
no.
In high school?
Let me find it. Hold on, cause y'all ain't gonna make me look like a fool here.
So, a book that I
Don't
read
come
while
for
you're
me.
looking for it,
Yeah.
a book that I read in high school that messed me up to this day and almost made me not like click the little organ donor thing on when I got my license, is a book called Heart to Heart.
Uh-huh.
I don't know who wrote it,
Ooh.
but it's about a girl who dies and her heart is like another girl gets her heart
Uh-huh.
and meets the dead girl's parents and like knows things about her. Like her favorite ice cream is now the live girl's favorite, and she knew what the dead girl called her dad as a nickname.
Huh.
It messed me up. I did not like that. It creeped me out.
And you weren't gonna be a donor after that.
Are you a
I
donor?
reluctantly
I'm a donor.
said yes. I'm
Good.
a
Take
donor.
it.
Thanks,
I don't need
guys.
it.
Honestly, I don't think they would take any of my organs.
Mine are good.
Yes, they would.
Mine are clean. You know,
Want to clean?
clean.
Like get an ice bathtub and just sell it myself.
Oh gosh.
Okay, the book series I was talking about is the Percy Jackson.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
what were you trying to say?
The author's last name, Rick Riordan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I could not.
I'm surprised Peyton didn't know that.
I like-
He's
do you
a
know how
big
to
Percy
pronounce his
Jackson
name?
fan.
No, I wouldn't have guessed the author of it.
Did you ever read Miss Peregrine's
Yes,
Home of Peculiar?
but I
Children?
hated the TV show.
I didn't watch the show. I just read the books.
Mhm.
I liked the books a lot.
I didn't read it.
Oh.
Riordan.
Riordan?
Whatever his name. I love him.
This is this is a rewind a little bit, but when you were talking about
Rewind.
when you read and you see like a movie in your head,
Yeah.
Adam is not a big reader and he never has been.
Okay.
Like he read books maybe like 2 in high school, like when he was made
Wow,
to read
that's
them
so
or whatever. Yeah. And I'm always like, I want you to read a book. Like if I bought you one, because I'm convinced anyone would be a reader. They just haven't found the right book for them.
I
yet.
think
what
the
it is.
same
That's what
thing.
it
Yes.
is. Yeah.
And so I found him a
you should read
book.
this series.
And he was like, he read this book in like a day.
What book?
The
What?
Terminal List.
What is that?
I've heard of it, but
Just
I haven't
hear
read
it.
it.
Oh, my man Chris
Take it.
Pratt plays.
Mm-hmm.
It's a Amazon movie too.
I'll never watch it.
There's a show on Amazon Prime, The Terminal List with Chris Pratt, and I watched the show and it was amazing. And I read the book and it was even better than the show. And it's a series. I think it's 4 or 5 parts now. And I'm on the second book, but I've been super slacking. But it's really
Yeah.
good.
But he was like, I can't. He's like, this is crazy. I'm like picturing this in my head like a movie. It's like a movie in my head. And I'm like, that's what reading is, you idiot.
Here, Sydney, I did this for you.
Rick Riordan.
Rick Riordan.
Rick Riordan.
Well, that made it seem a lot easier
Yeah,
than
it
what
did.
it
Rick
appeared.
Riordan.
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 It's like you're roaring at him.
Riordan.
Rick Riordan.
Anyways. Oh, okay, hold on. So my favorite book. Okay, I have a lot of favorite books. But one of them is Cleopatra's Daughter by Michelle Moran.
Mm.
Have you not read it? Have you
No.
never read that?
Uh-uh.
Oh my gosh, it's like my favorite books. I love her. She like does like historical.
That's
It's
where
not-
I'm out.
No. I love. Oh, it's okay. I like a good historical romance.
Mm-hmm.
But this one is more based off of the history of Cleopatra's daughter after Cleopatra dies. And they take all of the kids from her and Mark Antony to Rome because Julius Caesar
Ugh.
takes over. And honey child, it is a good book.
I hate.
And there's like
History.
this much. There's this much.
Do they like kill any kids? Are there any like
no
child
one,
sacrifices?
no one dies, and it is the most heart. 2 of them actually die, and it's the most.
No one dies except for
Hurt.
these 2 that I don't really
And
care
oh
about.
my gosh, the first time I read it, I remember it was real late, and I just had one little light on, and I was bawling. I was
One little light
bawling
on.
my little boohoo eyes out because of this, and it's gut wrenching. Did you send something to us? Okay.
Wow.
Producer was talking to us.
And then I hit my mic. Sorry, guys.
Wow. This
So-
is the About Us episode.
One of my top 3 favorite books. Pride and Prejudice,
Okay.
obviously.
Let's
One
do this.
is
Let's do
from
this.
my childhood
Okay.
that I just love, Black Beauty.
Okay.
I think it was like the first chapter book I ever read, and I just love horses.
Oh,
And it was
it's a
so
horse
sad,
book.
but so, I don't know.
I don't like
Now I
animals.
think I don't know if I would like it, but I will never read it again because I don't want to
Yeah.
ruin it for myself. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
That's fair.
I was trying to think of what my favorite would be.
Is
Well-
that your 3?
Hank the Cow Dog.
Oh my God.
Hank
Hank
the
the Cow Dog is
Cow
what
Dog's
Peyton
series
just
ever.
said.
Peyton's favorite.
Peyton, do you want to come to the mic?
I'm not
and-
even joking. My sister
Yeah,
bought
you
him
should.
Hank the Cow Dog books for Christmas one year.
Tell us about Hank the Cow Dog.
Yeah, Hank the Cow Dog is like an amazing, like, first chapter book you want to read. Hank the
Okay.
Cow Dog is an amazing series.
So, like, should I
For
get
children.
this for our son?
Yes.
Yeah, Jackson would be right about the right age
Okay.
for it. Because it's like in the point of view of a dog that lives on a farm. And like one book,
Aw.
he's like looking for who killed his chickens.
Uh
And
oh.
like the farmer thinks it was him, so he puts the chicken head around his thing, and he's like, "It's not me." Because, but he got caught because he was eating the chicken. So he's like, "Well,
Uh-oh.
okay, I didn't do this, but
Ew.
I was
tasted
just,
good."
you know, kind of
Yeah.
eating the chicken.
So
That's
yeah,
perfect.
it's really
Awful.
really great.
Hank the Cow Dog?
Hank the Cow Dog. The author actually just passed away like 2 years ago.
Aw.
Just bringing it down.
So yeah, but I have the first 2. I think 1 and 2.
Mhm.
Yeah. I'll
Okay,
have to get
but my
that.
third book is,
Sorry.
I think I've read it probably 10 times. It's called Song of the Sparrow by Lisa Ann Sandel.
Okay.
And it actually is kind of historical,
See?
but more fantastical kind of.
Yeah.
I think Lancelot's in it.
Yeah.
It's mostly
Ooh, I love
about this
those.
girl
That's a lot.
who the war is happening and her dad and her brother are in the war and she doesn't have a mom, so she camps with them and she fixes their clothes and their
Mhm.
armor and mends their wounds. And God, I love it. I recommend it to everybody.
Yeah.
Smash.
I
Smash
think
Smash. Smash
one book that I really liked was called Queen's Own Fool.
Huh.
And
Never heard
it's
of it.
That sounds familiar.
it's about Mary Queen of Scots.
Ooh.
I love Mary Queen of Scots. She was a badass.
Yeah, she was.
She really was. But it's about her. It's fictionalized, but I think it has some truth, like
Is that
interwoven.
Elizabeth's sister?
Sister.
The half sister?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah.
So it's really good. But it was because they had like mention of, they thought that she had a relationship with her jester. I remember you saying that.
Yeah.
So it's kind of has that sprinkled in. I read it, I want to say, a few times when I was younger, and I haven't read it again since I've been older. So I think I should do that. But I do need to read Pride and Prejudice. 'cause I
Girl,
have
Yeah.
it's
not
on the
read
list.
that.
I
That's
have
your summer read.
another
Yeah.
book like that I read a long time ago. That was like the first romance book I ever read. It was called 20 Boys Summer.
Oh.
And it's about this girl who her goal is to get 20 boys' phone numbers. And she ends up falling in love. And it's like a first love story.
I can actually tell you the first romance I ever read.
Please do.
Okay, but let me give you my 3. Hold on. Do you have your 3? Was there
3 favorite books?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I loved all the Twilight series.
Okay,
So
you're
that's
out.
one. That's
You're
one.
done. Bye.
That's
Hey,
one.
no.
Then
judgment.
Queen's Own Fool.
There was some.
Queen's Own Fool.
Didn't that become a? No, that's not a Netflix movie.
Uh-uh.
It was Queen something though.
Yeah.
There was
This is, I really liked the
What?
Lemony Snicket. What was
series. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, yeah.
really?
Yeah, I liked those when I was.
Those were scary
I
to
loved them.
me.
I liked them.
I mean, no.
I read all of them.
Didn't Jim Carrey star in the one on Netflix? I think?
Uh huh.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Those were scary to me.
Those are the only ones.
What?
That's
know.
all I can think of that I read. Like,
Do you want to hear something really
What?
embarrassing?
Sure, always.
Because you said scary and
Well,
it
I've
reminded
just-
me of it.
professed my undying love for Twilight. So go ahead.
I mean, I'm sure there's a lot. I love watching TikToks about people who love Twilight.
Yeah.
It's the best thing ever. But I've never finished all of the movies.
Don't watch the movies. You have to read the book.
I did.
Come on.
Well, I didn't read the last one, but I read the
It's
other one.
YA. It's YA, young adult.
I like some YA books.
It's still
I'm gonna
good.
pass
You
that.
haven't even tried it.
Okay, but for my sister's birthday a couple weeks ago,
Okay.
she
Maybe
wanted
my
to go
mission.
watch The Boogeyman, the scary movie.
Oh no.
And-
I hate scary movies.
I was
No.
going to do it to support her birthday, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
And my 8-year-old niece asked if she could go.
Why?
And she went and she enjoyed it. And I was like, I think I'm going to dip out of this one. Not going to watch it. And my 8-year-old niece said, "You can sit by me and I'll hold your hand."
Oh, that's not embarrassing. That's beautiful.
And I said, no.
Oh.
I was not going to go see a movie about being scared of the dark because I am.
Yeah.
And she didn't even have nightmares.
Yep.
Wow, she's a strong.
Jackson loves, my son loves scary stuff, but then he will like have nightmares and he won't be
Yeah.
able to sleep. But he'll be sitting there like watching scary stuff and he just like can't peel himself away from it.
Yeah.
And then immediately after he's like,
I'll be home alone all day watching true crime and then just
True crime
my
for
husband
me
gets
is
home and I'm
different.
like, this is it. I'm getting murdered.
True crime for
but
me
I
is
love
different.
it.
I can listen
Yeah.
to that all day.
I
shout
love
out
true
to
crime.
Morbid.
Yeah.
I love my girls Morbid.
They're-
Ash and Elena.
Oh.
I freaking love
Zoe was shaking her head no.
that podcast.
I have a favorite true crime podcast too.
I
Yeah.
don't like true crime podcasts.
What? ¿Por qué no? Why not?
Mostly,
She's a bilingual queen. Not really.
so this is what is
I knew what you meant.
awful. Yeah, I knew what you meant.
Hey.
Okay, so this is awful. Well, I told you guys when I listen to our podcast, I hate my own voice.
Yeah.
Mhm.
When I listen to other people's podcasts, I hate their voices as well.
Oh, see, I like
I don't.
I do like the girls from Morbid, but when we were talking about this podcast and we looked up similar podcasts, I was like, I could not listen to these people.
Mhm.
There are some people that I was like, I don't know about that.
There's just sometimes there's a tone of voice that just doesn't feel great inside my ears.
I have a lot of that.
The podcast I like is Something Was Wrong.
Okay, I do like that one.
And you need, if you ever listen to it, and if you've never listened to that podcast, you need to listen to season 10.
Something was wrong.
Yes, or something like that, right?
Mhm.
And it's so usually for every season, every single episode is a different like true crime case. But for season 10, it's all the same case,
Ooh.
and like nobody dies,
You
but
just like get real deep into it.
yeah, and
Okay.
oh my gosh, I was a nanny at the time when I was listening to it, and when I was rocking the baby to sleep, I would be listening to it
Yeah.
in one ear, and I was just like, oh my gosh, this is happening, and I'm rocking the
This
baby
is
to sleep.
happening.
Oh my gosh.
So much suspense, I loved it.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, my 3 books,
Yes.
Yes.
Pride and Prejudice and Persuasion are,
Together.
yeah, I
Mhm.
can't separate them two.
Tied for first.
They are. And then I'm gonna say Ender's Game is my second one.
Hmm.
That is a phenomenal book, and I really only think that's the best one out of this series. And then I'm gonna say, because I've given this book to too many people, I'm gonna say Cleopatra's Daughter by Michelle Moran.
Okay, I guess
yeah,
I'll
I
read
gotta
it.
add that to my.
I
to-be
have it
read.
at my home.
Okay,
I
fine.
always, whenever I give it to somebody, I go and buy another copy so I can give it to more people.
Wow.
Really?
It's one of my favorites.
You don't just
Aw.
expect it back?
No.
She wants
Because
everyone to
I'm
have
not
it.
really good at. I have like 5 of your books.
Yes, I know.
I do. Tell me when you want them back.
Just whenever you're done.
No. That's not how it works.
Okay, just finish it and then give it back to me.
I'm a person that just, if you give me a
Cleopatra.
copy, it just becomes a part of my shelf.
Well, I
I
want
have
you
it all
to read it
decorated nice.
because I still have the Most Likely Club that we bought together. We said
Oh,
we were
yeah,
going to
yeah, yeah.
swap,
Yeah.
and you never swapped me.
Sorry. I didn't, because I never opened the book.
Okay.
I know. I'm the worst.
A little bit,
Yeah,
but that's
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
We still love you.
Hey. Okay, so the first romance book, it's called, I think it's called The Beast and I by Teresa Meridosa. Hold on, I have to find it because it's like a play on Beauty and the Beast,
Mhm.
Ooh.
and it's a historical romance.
I do love Beauty and the Beast.
Honey, this book is everything. Okay, it gives you what you want.
Oh, does it?
It does. It's one of my favorites. I'm gonna pull it up so I get the author right. But ever since then, I have bought a lot of her books because I like how she writes. She's a good author.
Okay.
I like her voice.
While you're finding that,
Yes.
I'm gonna throw us into what is your favorite trope?
Oh, yes. I looked this up.
Carly did not know what a trope was.
So she's not really a part of the book talk community.
I love book talk.
I'm an old woman, apparently. I like the fake relationship.
Yeah, that's a fun one.
Me too.
I've read I think I read 3 in a row that were all fake relationships, and I was like, I'm kind of digging this.
Yeah.
Let's see which ones they were. There was The Reluctant Husband.
Is that the one that I?
Yes, you
I haven't
recommended
read that one yet, but I want to.
Yeah,
That's a
you
good one.
recommended that one. Reluctant Husband by Hope Ford. Homecoming King
I'm reading that one.
by Penny Reed.
Love her.
And the other one was by Penny Reed also. It's 10 Trends to Seduce Your Best Friend. Those are all 3 really good fake relationship ones, and I really like them.
Cute.
Those were good ones. Okay, I found the right title and the right author. So for my first ever romance. Oh, and I just went away. Oh no, I really did. Okay.
Error.
It's called The Bride and the Beast.
Ooh.
And it's part of a Once Upon a Time series, and the author's name is, I was right, Teresa Medeiros. Medeiros. She's
Sensual. I like
bloody
that.
amazing.
What was it called again?
The Bride and the Beast.
Beast, and it's a good
Bride.
one.
And
The Beast. I actually have a copy of it if you want it.
okay.
Girl.
I bought
The
it.
Bride and the
Decoration.
Beast. He's wearing a kilt. It just got better.
Girl.
I love kilts, you know.
Ah. And he, okay. Ugh, I don't want to talk about it because you're just going to read it.
Yeah, don't spoil.
I know. It's really, 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 really
Did
good.
you ever read the Nora Roberts books? Was that her name?
I never got into her.
I never did either.
It
I'll
sounds
throw 'em
familiar.
Like I said, I'm a hipster about books. Like if,
Nora Roberts.
like that's one of the reasons why I'm not reading Colleen Hoover
Yeah.
is because
I was really
gotta
reluctant to read it, and
Those are
finally
good,
one
though.
of my friends made me read It Ends With Us.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Dang.
Yeah.
I liked it.
They were good.
I
They were
didn't
I'm
good.
gonna
want
wait
to.
for her hype to go down, and then I might dive into it when I'm like 35.
That's a long time.
But you know, it takes a minute for some people's hype to go down.
That's true.
Yeah.
And she's putting out the books.
She really is.
She is.
My hype
feel
is
like
all
this.
over Lucy Score right now.
Yeah.
I am a Lucy Score fangirl.
I
right
follow
now.
her on Instagram now.
She's
Ooh.
funny.
And she just had like not a book con, but like
Yes.
she was with a bunch of authors.
It
and-
almost kind of was. Like they made their own
Yeah.
convention.
Yeah.
That's
and
what I want to do.
I want
Right?
to go to one.
That would be so cool.
I want to
Field
meet
trip.
Penny Reed.
Oh, I would love to meet her. There are some authors I would love to meet.
Mm-hmm.
Like Michelle Moran, or I would like to meet Lucy Score,
Mhm.
or
Stephen King.
no.
Just way off the wall.
I read my first Stephen King book this year.
I've read
He's
like
thriller,
15
right?
of his books.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
I can't do a thriller.
I really like
I need love.
I was really scared because I thought it was gonna be really scary.
Oh my gosh.
I read The Outsider, and it was good.
I like it. Okay, wait. A thriller book that's not super scary. It's more like suspense and mystery. Is called A Flicker in the Dark, and it was so good. And also, the audiobook is on YouTube for free, in case you guys want to listen to it. But there was a big twist at the end, and I was like, what? And I didn't know, but I was telling Peyton, my husband, the plot of it, and he was like, oh yeah, it's definitely this one. And I was like, no, it's not. And at the end, it was.
A Flicker in the Dark. It's
You had
on
it
my
right.
thing. I didn't know that was a thriller.
It's kind
You
of.
should see your
it's,
face right now.
It's like mystery-ish. I don't know. I really liked it.
Utter confusion.
It's good. You should read it.
That's on my list.
Okay, Sydney, tell me your tropes.
Oh, okay. I can tell you, I love pretty much all the tropes, to be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
There's not a lot that I won't read. But I shy away from friends to lovers because I feel like to me, personally, that's kind of how I want my,
Yeah.
For my own love story. I would love that. So I kind of I almost expect that to happen.
Yeah.
You should be your spouse's best friend. So I'm like, of course, that makes sense. So for me, my favorite is enemies to lovers because you almost don't want them to get together, but you really do.
You're like, I hate that guy.
Girl, I
but,
thought you were going to say Grumpy Sunshine because
I do love a grumpy
you
sunshine.
bring that up all the time.
Is that like when the guy is really grumpy and the girl's really
It's kind of like By a
happy?
Thread, how he was more.
Yeah. But I really
This will be a spoiler for Reverie a little bit, but the girl is like really happy and cheery.
That's
in
a Grumpy Sunshine for sure.
And I'm kind of annoyed by her.
Me too.
I love a good office romance too.
But did you finish it?
Mm-hmm.
So you know why.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Why she's so sunshiny and why he's so grumpy?
Yeah.
I
Sorry.
haven't read it, so that's why there.
Yep.
My favorite.
And it's our next episode, so we don't want to
That's true.
spill the beans before
So, it's not marriage of convenience, but it's like arranged marriage to
Where they-
lovers. They fall for
I
each
do
other
like that.
after. I like that, and I am a fan of
Hold on, I feel like the cat's about to attack me.
Oh my gosh,
No.
she's so cute.
He
Tell it to
likes
stop.
you.
They have a little cat.
No,
He wants to
Cream
play with
puff.
He wants the
cord.
cord. He, she. What is his pronouns?
His name's Cream Puff. He goes by, they go by them, they.
The child is.
She's decided.
Yeah.
Okay. He goes by him, he.
Him, he, they, them.
They, them.
All of cat.
He
Cat.
identifies as a puff.
Cream
But-
Puff the puff.
My
What's your
main
trope?
romance that I really like is, well, I do love enemies to lovers, but I gotta say like a bully romance. I'm a big fan.
So, like, the guy's just, like,
This-
mean.
Yeah.
I can't do that.
Or there's one book that I read, very spicy, Punk 57 by Penelope
Heard of that.
Douglas.
That's
First of all, they
Kill
were in
Switch?
high school, so yeah, same author.
Okay.
They were in high school, so it was kind of weird. I had imagined in my head that they were in college.
Yeah, if I read one of those, I have to
Yeah.
take them older.
But
Age-wise.
he was very mean to her in public, but in private, so
Real soft and lovely and all the jazz. Oh.
Yeah.
I can't do it.
Inevitable, book 1 of Reverie was also in high school,
I can't
Really?
do that.
and it was
Here's the thing. When I read a romance, I have to have some aspect of it that I can relate to or I can't get into it.
yeah.
So, like, I don't know. It just has to be, like, part of the person, like, the main person's character. I have to, like,
Yeah.
be like, oh, I see myself in them.
well, I
And
like
that
the
is
Bad
funniest thing
Boys.
ever.
Well, they were in high school in the beginning of Inevitable, and then it switched to 6 years later. So then they were
That's
older,
okay.
and it was okay.
Yeah.
But some of the stuff they were talking about,
I know. I was like,
they were like,
what,
Guys, we can't talk about it.
oh, sorry.
"No, this is Inevitable. This
Oh,
isn't
not
Reverie."
Reverie? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I don't
From
know.
the first
I
book?
was not
Yeah.
doing those things in high school.
from the first. Yeah,
I
from the
was
first
good
book.
I mean, if
shoes.
you were, that's okay.
No judgment.
I was shook.
I mean,
I was like,
college, different.
No, no. She said something about how she had heard other cheerleaders mention that he had fucked them up against the wall so hard that they couldn't walk the next day.
Oh my!
I was
Wow.
like,
I would have to get in line for
At
that.
17?
we're high schoolers.
What are you? You don't know
Like,
what to do.
But then I was like, hey, Adam, can you hold me up against
That's
this
a
wall? Like, are
perfected
we-
thing.
Yeah. These high schoolers just gave me a really good idea. Okay, wait. That leads me into my next question.
Okay.
What is your favorite, like, nickname that one of the characters will call their partner? Like, sexual.
Oh.
I think I like Babe and Baby. I know.
Those are very tame.
I know.
I would almost agree. because I feel like that's the more intimate, vulnerable nicknames that make it more real for the relationship.
Yeah.
That's true.
Remember in By a Thread when he was like, "Baby,
Oh yeah.
just talk to me."
And like when they let it
I'm
slip.
like, yes.
Yeah, I love that when they do it on
God.
accident.
Yeah.
But I mean, like during sex.
Yeah,
Mm.
what do you like?
One of my favorites is Good Girl.
Ugh.
In the books, when they do that,
Yeah.
I guess
Yeah.
I don't like the don't make me younger. I feel like we're getting into a different
Childish.
role play. Yeah, like
Yeah.
that's
ew.
different.
Well, that made me feel
Yeah.
really weird.
That's
That's not what I think.
That's how I feel.
I just
have
like
that
to do what
sticker
I'm
on my
told.
Kindle.
Okay, that's.
I don't like to do what I'm told, so
Maybe that's why. Maybe
I would
don't tell me what
rebel.
to do.
Yeah.
I also
So
like.
mine would be Bad Girl.
Oh, that's
I
cute.
don't like that
Bad
either.
Girl.
I don't like that. Just be normal. To me, just be normal.
Girl,
I'll put that on my resume for when I'm taking
you're a bad girl.
Oh,
looking for your soul partner.
that was a cat.
That was a cat.
Ching ching. I thought it was, in what's that movie, Polar Express? You can only hear the bell if you believe in Santa.
Oh,
Do we
I
believe
do
in Santa?
believe.
Santa is real.
I do believe.
If there's a child in here, Santa's not real. Oh wait.
Don't
listen to
Whoa.
this, children.
Hopefully, there's not children around when you listen to this anyway. We earned the E for a reason.
Right. We should put a spoiler. Spoiler
Santa's
for
not
life. Santa spoiler.
We just crushed some kids' dreams.
Oh, poor
No.
guy. Poor.
Santa
No, it would be
is real.
scary if it's an
I know
adult and they're
him.
still like Santa's
I
real.
watched a movie on Netflix about that. This girl's boyfriend was still into Santa, or like he believed Santa was real.
Sounds like Marcus.
Marcus would
Marcus.
believe.
He would totally
Why do we
believe.
hate Marcus so much?
I know. The more I think about it, more like
Marcus.
he's an ick.
I'm all about Dom, baby.
See,
Bring
he
him
would call
back.
you a good girl.
Okay.
And we need to talk about Reverie. I'm ready to talk
I
about
am
that
too.
because I've got some feelings about it.
Okay. So, one thing I wanted to talk about is because I am the single person in the group,
Mm-hmm.
I have, in a lot of my groups actually, people are always trying to matchmake. And because we read a lot of romance,
Mm-hmm.
everybody's getting matchmade. So, Carly. Okay, no, Zoe has, and some of her picks,
What?
some of your picks.
I had a
Okay,
good one.
that's
Tell us
just-
about, oh, well, you can't
No, this, it's just because
What?
this sweet little. I said little boy, but he's 22.
He's
No.
a little boy.
He's
He's
little.
so sweet.
Girl,
he's just a
he still
little
got milk
angel.
behind his ears.
He.
My little brother is 23. He
I just-
cannot be
I want
younger than my
him
little
to
brother.
end up with
Yeah.
somebody really good, and you're really good.
Yeah.
I know, I'm bloody amazing.
You are.
She's
bloody amazing.
Bloody amazing.
But
But
okay,
not for
too
22,
young.
okay?
Too young.
Yeah, I
I
had
tried
I
to
ain't
set you
your-
up with
I
like a
ain't your maid,
32-year-old. You
I
said
ain't
no
your
to that
mama.
too.
I had a good one.
Okay, but you're a 32-year-old, honey.
He's got some baggage.
Yeah, he's got a lot.
I don't think mine has baggage.
No, he's
That's
a great
good.
choice.
It's
He's a
hard
great
to
choice.
I
find.
don't think he has
I have
baggage.
a lot of baggage.
He got so bashful and shy when I was talking to him
I love that.
about his I was like,
Relationship
so
No. Let me set us up.
okay.
So,
I hope he doesn't listen. He won't listen. I
Probably
won't show
not.
him this one.
No. Skip this one. So, out of the random,
We won't
time-
say his name.
No. I don't even know his name. Honestly, I forgot.
Okay, good.
So randomly one night, Carly is like, "Hey, Sydney, I am Black and Mexican." So let me just preface it by saying that. So Carly was like, "Hey, Sydney, are you into white guys?" And I sent her a meme like, "What?" It was very out of left field, and I was like,
Which is me most of the time.
Things
Yeah. So I was like, it doesn't matter to me. I don't care. So she was like, okay, I might have somebody at work that, maybe. So she sends me this video.
Well, because she asked me for one, and I'm like, I don't know what to do. How am I gonna get?
Yeah, what'd you say? What does
Super-
his voice sound
No,
like?
no. You sent me a video
Oh, that's true.
before I asked
Oh,
for the
yeah.
second video.
Okay.
So you could tell that she had it like she was reading a book almost. And she like slowly turns and takes like the quickest shot of him drinking water
Yeah.
out of a big gallon water jug, and like she slowly pans back,
So
and I could
awkward.
just see it. How you did it. So
It was
then,
so funny.
just because I was like, this is gonna be great for the podcast, I was like, why don't you take it a step further and send me a video of him talking?
Yeah, she goes, what does he sound like? And I was like, oh, I can do that. We're talking.
Yeah, because books are always like his husky voice, and I'm like, I don't even know what that means.
Right. So then, I don't know what I was talking about.
I don't either.
What was it?
We were talking about the lake, but I was
Cheeny.
trying to take the video and focus
Sorry.
on.
We don't live near anything like that. That's like several hundred miles.
Well, she
away
meant
from
the ocean because we live on the East Coast.
us. We live in the middle of the desert. Should we take that out? No, we're good. Okay, producer says okay.
He approved. FBI won't get us yet.
Anyways,
So, no, I don't know. I was trying to take the video and be discreet and follow along with the conversation, but I
You
also
really-
I was struggling. I worked
you
night
kept
shift.
repeating it.
Yeah.
Like several times. But I will say this. He was very intentionally listening.
Well, and I
To
told you that.
everything.
I said he is a very attentive listener.
He is.
When you talk
such a
to
nice
him,
guy.
he looks at you directly in the face
Yeah.
and he responds.
And that's
like-
my love language.
Yeah.
I love that.
A lot of, okay, women and men talk differently.
Yeah.
When women talk to each other, you are replying to me.
Yeah.
You hear that? When I'm talking, she's going, yeah. She's confirming that she's hearing what I'm saying.
Girl, let me tell you something.
When men talk, they don't need that verification that one has heard what the other one said.
Yeah.
But
Now I'm very
that's where it
conscious of-
gets mixed with men and women.
Right.
Like, so I'll be talking to Adam and I'll say something to him and he doesn't reply. And I'm like, did you hear me?
Right.
And he's like, yeah.
That's
I'm
what
like-
Peyton does. And finally, I had to explain to him. I was like, I feel like you are ignoring me
Yeah.
when I say something and you don't respond.
Yeah.
Even if you're looking at me.
Yeah.
I feel like it just went in one ear and out the other.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So at one point, he said, okay. And so I would say something and he would say, acknowledged.
Acknowledged.
And
that
I'm like,
works.
you know what? That's better
Whatever.
than nothing.
That works.
Honestly, yeah.
Because sometimes, he's right. Sometimes when I say something, there's not a reply that
You don't
needs
need
to
it.
be said.
Yeah.
But I need to know that he heard me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I guess acknowledge worked.
Right.
Well, this guy does that.
He's very active listener.
He's listening and he is replying and he is asking you questions.
He had beautiful eyes too. Are
Yeah.
they gray? They're beautiful.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Interesting.
They're not blue like his.
And he's not young, like 22.
No.
Sorry.
Yeah.
He's in his 30s.
If anybody wants a very kind 22-year-old,
Get with her, because it will not be me.
Yeah.
he's so sweet.
He's probably
He's a
adorable.
little baby.
He's a little baby.
I just want to take care of him.
Right.
He did
I
ask if we
don't.
would adopt him. I was like, yes, I will adopt him.
Oh no.
So now what's the plan? What's the plan?
So I.
Are we gonna have a get together and then he's
Yeah,
you're gonna
yeah,
invite-
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
hold on. I was just throwing
Invite
ideas.
him on the
no, I'm
podcast.
for
Hold on.
real. No, so we just bought a new house and he's been like, this is how attentive he is and he pays attention to detail. He asked me, he's like, hey, how's the new house?
Oh,
Did you close?
tell him
He's
about
like,
the grandma.
asking me questions. Oh, he like disappeared for a while and like my work, we're all like very like tight, close group. And so when someone disappears for a little while, we're like calling them, checking on them like, hey, where are you? What's going on? Do you need help? Can I get something for you? So he was gone for a little bit and when he came back, I was like, where'd you go? Like, and he goes, oh, I was just calling my grandma. Like there's been some tornadoes.
My heart.
And he's like, I was just checking her on her, making sure she's okay. I was like,
That's so
oh,
sweet.
Sydney, he just called his grandma. That's the sweetest thing.
Well, no, she kind of ghosted me because.
Oh,
yeah. We were trying to get more information,
I got
then
real
didn't hear
busy.
anything.
You were. You've been moving, and hey, there's.
Oh,
And
Chris.
working and
my
not
job,
sleeping.
yeah. You never know what's going to happen at my work. So.
Yeah, it's true. So now she has to hook me up.
Yep.
So
So we're going to have a get together. I've decided. Once we get moved in, and maybe we'll be in by the 4th of July or something.
I'll be out of town.
That's
I
not
hate
very far away,
fireworks.
is it?
No, that's 2 weeks.
Okay, never mind. Scratch that.
'Cause
We'll have a housewarming
Already.
party and we'll invite everybody.
That'd be fun.
And then he'll be there.
Will there be wine?
Yes.
Duh.
I'll be there.
Oh.
So that's fun. So don't be in my DMs, okay?
Or do.
Do it.
She's super cute.
Okay, here.
Coffee with Sid.
Check this. It's public. No, don't. I really only take recommendations from people that actually know me, not people that just be in my DMs. So
Yeah.
we're not doing that. But I love you for trying.
But we all know that there's always a happily ever after.
Yeah, I'm gonna have my HEA.
Yep.
Okay, that's it.
Love that.
We will
We're done.
be back soon
With
with some more
Reverie.
episodes.
Yeah,
Reverie.
and I think that's it. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.